So in a safety alert this morning, the summer months we constantly smell smoke because of fires in and around our area.
Yes, and yesterday I talked about how to keep that smoke from getting inside of your home when the smoke gets really bad outside. Well, today Sophia Lesseos tells us how wildfire smoke can have an effect on your physical health. Good morning, Sophia.
Good morning, Jessica and Monty. Well, smoke can have some damaging effects on your body. Now, wildfires are always dangerous and can change its direction fairly quickly. In the past few years, we've had some pretty large fires in our area, like the Schneider Springs fire that kept the smoke hanging in the city of Yakima for quite a while. And experts tell me that you should try to protect yourself as much as you can.
If it affects us, it affects them.
Smoke. We smell it constantly throughout the summer for wildfire season. But do you know what kind of effects it can have on your physical health?
It is strongly associated with respiratory disease, anything like asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, any sort of person that's vulnerable to respiratory issues can be severely affected by this contamination.
Now, these effects won't happen right away. Seeing long-term effects of smoke means you have to be breathing it in or eating it, like firefighters call it, for a few days. But sometimes firefighters don't have a choice.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me with that is the fatigue. A lot of our guys have allergies. It really inflames the allergies as well because it's all that pollen that's burning.
Lieutenant Andrew Paff with West Valley Fire District 12 tells me in wildfire season, firefighters are living in smoke.
So they're constantly in the smoke. It doesn't matter if they're up against the line or if they're back at base camp sleeping. You know, the inversion in the morning sets the smoke in, socks in the valley.
To a firefighter with 7 years of fighting wildland fire experience dealing with heavy smoke, he tells me it's hard to forget how the smoke feels.
The heat mixed with the smoke makes your nose start to run, makes your eyes water, makes you start coughing. We have helmet shields, shrouds that we can put on, breathe into. I've been in situations where you can't even put the shroud doesn't help. Mask won't help. N95 mask won't help just because it's so thick.
That's why sheriff offices and fire crews stress the importance of leaving in a level 3 evacuation, not only to protect yourself from flames, but also your physical health from the smoke. One thing Dr. Marilyn Black from Underwriters Laboratories tells me, if you can't afford to buy an air purifier yourself, you can make one with a box fan and an air filter with duct tape.
Put the air filter on the box fan, attach it with tape, and then when you operate the box fan, the air comes through the air filter and blows out the fan, and that air filter will remove some of the particulate contamination.
Now, Dr. Black tells me the best way to protect yourself with smoke is to just go indoors. Like Monty talked about yesterday, if you close your door, seal your windows, you'll have a better chance of avoiding that smoke. And I will have more tips on our website at nbcrightnow.com.
And Sophia, that's some great advice. And I know being from Texas, we've had some pretty bad fires in our region before.
Yeah, and one thing I liked, one of your tips here, Sophia, was how to make an air cleaning fan. Just remember that air filter, make sure the arrows on the side are lining up for the proper airflow. Hey, quick question. What do you do with your livestock to help them when it gets really smoky outside?
Hey, Monty, that's a great question. So with livestock, yes, they're still affected by it. Any animal who is breathing in that smoke is affected by smoke just as much as we are. So what you can do is you can get a couple of fans, put it in a barn where they're kind of hanging out in, have that air circulating. Dr. Black says that circulating air is the best thing if you can't get out of that smoke completely. And you can also face some of those fans towards where the smoke will kind of like dissipate and go out of the fan and outside rather than staying inside. Now, I'll still have more tips on our website at nbcrightnow.com. Jessica?
Thanks, Sophia. And speaking of smoke and fire